Right, so I've just sold my Audi S5, the convertible one. Lovely car that was. It didn't make it to my channel, but those that follow me on Instagram would have seen it on my Instagram. But the guy that bought that car has part exchanged in a car that is definitely the worst car I think I've ever bought in my life. I say worst, it's not the least valuable car, it's just definitely the biggest banger, I would say, especially for the amount of value that it's worth. So let me show you. Yeah, it is a Land Rover Series 2, is that what it's called? It's from the 1960s anyway. It's a proper old banger, and these things are worth, I've done a video recently on a newer car, I think that was like an 07 plate car, and that was a banger, and that was worth a lot of money. This is worth even more than that car, and it's even more of a banger than that was. So it's got not much going for it at all. Yeah, it's bloody horrible. When we got offered it, Jerome dealt with a customer, by the way, and Jerome said, Calvin, the customer's got a part exchange that he wants to do chop in against the Audi S5. And I was like, all right, what is it? And he showed me, and I was like, Jerome said, Calvin, do we actually want that car? And it's a bit like that moment in Liar Liar where, what's his name, Jim Carrey's got the pen in his hand. He's saying this pen is...
The color of this pen is...
He's trying his hardest to lie about the colour of that pen. When Jerome said to me, Calvin, do you want to buy this car? I was like... I was trying my hardest to say no. I was like...
The color of the pen that I hold in my hand is
yeah, we've got to buy this bloody car, and here it is. It is an experience to look at, and we're about to experience driving it, and I have been warned not to drive it. The guy that I bought it off said, Calvin, it does 40 mile an hour, like that's literally all it will do. It's reliable apparently, like it shouldn't break down. We're yet to find that out when we go for driving it in a sec, but how can I not get this car on my channel? I am strangely excited about it. This sort of stuff does excite me. Ultimately, I'm a petrol head, I'm a car trader. This is where the car world started, I suppose, back in the day. This is like an army sort of vehicle, and yeah, how could I not, eh? So guys, don't ever accuse me of not doing anything for you, because yeah, I'm doing this video solely for the entertainment of this channel, all right? So let me show you the inside of it. We'll have a little wander around it as well, and then we will follow that section of the video with a drive, all right? Right, where do we start? It is Land Rover green. Literally looks like it's been painted with a brush. Bodywork isn't bad. Customer on the test drive there. Isn't bad. The customer did say that he thinks it could do with a full respray, but you know what? I actually think it looks all right. The wheels could do with a refurb, but would you refurb them wheels? Is there even a point in refurbing them wheels? Now, I have strategically parked this car next to the dustbin there just to try and make it look a little bit better. I don't think anything can make this car look good. It's got wing mirrors on the front of the... Is that a wing or is that the bonnet? It's not the bonnet, it's the wing. So they're in a funny location as well. And that is going to make the experience of driving this car even more enjoyable. So here, back in the 60s, they had metal plates. This car is now MOT exempt, it's tax exempt. So as long as you've got insurance and a bit of fuel, anyone can drive it. Now, if we hop in on the inside, security is like absolutely minimal in this car. You've got a little wafer lock there, which some of you know that I used to be a locksmith, and picking that lock is dead easy. And on the rear, if you wanted to steal anything out the rear, this is the security that we've got on the rear, just a little bit of string, all right? So don't expect to leave your camera bag in there. Oh yeah, well, don't leave that in there. Don't leave stuff in there, because it will go walkie. So yeah, on the interior, what have we got going on? Now, yeah, not much really. Gear stick, you've got the transfer box here to make it sort of high and low. We've got the stick there to operate that. Don't really know what any of that does. I'm not going to mess around with that too much. That there is the handbrake, which I've left off for some strange reason. In the back, we've got this canvas roof, which has recently been replaced. That's probably the best thing on the car. And yeah, got some tyres in the back. Got an old Haynes manual there as well. Those that are familiar with them will know that is basically tells you the ins and outs of your car. That's from the days before Google. That's what people used to use. This car has apparently done 62,000 miles. Now I have just done a HPI check on it, done a national mileage register check on it, and it's got no discrepancies. But would you ever know that this is, has it done 62,000 miles in 50 years? I don't bloody know. It's quite tidy, to be fair. Like, it's actually a little compliment for it. I think it's quite tidy for a 50-year-old car. And I would say, explaining the mileage, going back to that subject, yeah, I can't imagine anyone would want to do any more than 62,000 miles in this car in a 50-year period. So perhaps that is genuine mileage. It's a diesel engine under the bonnet, which I suppose is quite good for an off-roader. What else can I say? No power steering, no luxuries, no radio. It does have window wipers though, guys. Yeah, that is the window wiper motors there. And apparently this windscreen does pop off if you want to do that, which I daren't, to be honest. So yeah. Look at them. Look at that. Loads of character, loads of history, and yeah, definitely a well-deserved spot on my channel. So at this point of the video, we are now going to jump in the car, attempt driving it, and see if we can get it above 40 miles per hour. Right, I'm in. There is no adjustment on this seat. It does have a seat belt though. See if I can get that around me. Yeah, I can. So comfort wise, there is no comfort in here. My legs just about get underneath the steering wheel, and the key looks like this. Going back to the security factor, look, will my camera even focus on that? Yeah, nothing too clever there. I've been referring to this car as a 50-year-old car during this video, and it's not 50 years old, is it, Cal? It's over 60 years old. I think I'll put that down to nerves. I am feeling a little bit unsure about driving this, I'll be honest with you. I am literally just doing it because I suppose most people think, well, Cav, why didn't you drive it when you bought it? I suppose I just bought it for what it was. You just look at it and think, well, it is what it is. I should have drove it, but the guy was a sound guy. I trust him, and I'm hoping he's going to drive alright. We'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. The ignition barrel is just under here somewhere. I've got another camera set up over here, so I will get that recording. We'll get this one recording as well. I don't know how far we're going to go. I don't know how far we'll make it down the road. He has just driven it from about 12 miles away, so it should be fine, I'm sure. Let's get under here. So I've been advised that you switch the ignition on. Get an ignition light on the dash there. It's amazing, isn't it? Bring that camera down there like that, so that's all good. And you push this lever in, and you can then go back to the ignition key. Bit of throttle, and the diesel engine is alive, guys. Right, so now the gearbox is, from what I can make out, like, there is no indicator on this gear stick to say where first, second, reverse, or whatever. I don't know how many gears this car's got, I've no bloody idea. I'm doing this completely off the cuff, which is what I always think to do. We have no power steering. We've got people in front of us with a dog. We'll let them go first because I like dogs. Yeah, we are in first gear. We're in first gear, guys. No idea how I'm going to get it out first into seconds. And by the way, to get it from one gear into the next, you have to double pump the clutch. So to get it from first to second, let's do this. We're going to do this together, guys. You pull it into neutral first, and then clutch again into second. I'm bloody good at this, isn't I? Made for it. This could be the new VRS project car, couldn't it? We could tune it, stick a big... Nah, we won't do that now. So, no idea what this thing is here. Let's touch it. Steering isn't too heavy. Steering wheel is made out of metal, by the way. That's a strange experience. Is it metal? Is that metal? No, it's not metal. It's just very worn out rubber. Now I need to get back in first. We're in first. Oh my god, this is making some horrible noises. There's a field there. Very tempting to just drive through that field. I think you could do it and get away with it in this car because it just looks like it should definitely be in a field and not on the road. Do we have indicators? Do we actually have indicators? The mirrors, by the way, are in the most random place, and they are the smallest mirrors, and I mean they have a use, I suppose, but they are pretty much pointless. You're better off just using your eyes out the back window and see what's behind you. I'm not managing to find. That's the horn. That is the horn. No indicators. Clutch into neutral. Clutch again into second. Clutch into neutral. Clutch into third. I reckon it's got 4 gears, I guess. No power, that is flat on the throttle. No power at all. 4th gear. This is the bend that matey crashed the Jaguar. We should name this bend the drag bend. Yeah, that's where he would have ended up on the other side of the road. Funny video that was. I keep looking over there for the mirror, but the mirror is over there, Cal. 3rd gear, guys. Out of the drag bend. Down the straight. We're at 31 an hour now. 30, 32. Keep going, Cal. 35. 40. Come on, we've got to get over 41 an hour. Come on. Don't crash into the mud. The front wheels are, oh, we're doing 42. We're doing 43 miles an hour, guys. I think that's it. 44. Wow. So we will not be doing draggy times in this car. Oh my god, the front wheels are literally going where they want to go, not where I want them to go. That second. We're turning right into the bumpy road that I always drive down. But we are in a 60-year-old Land Rover, guys, so it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Now, I do hope that you can hear me all right. Probably can't because it is so noisy in here, and I do apologise if the sound is a bit rubbish. But the idea of this video, guys, is just to give you and me the experience of what it's like to drive a 6-year-old Land Rover. I've got no idea what any of these switches do on the dash. There's loads of sort of switches and stuff. I'm not going to touch them because I'll probably break something. But you know what? In fairness to this whole thing, it don't drive too bad. It's a bit of an experience driving it. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely the worst thing I've ever driven. But you know what? It does as it should. And we just done 44 miles per hour in it. So we are setting records on this channel. No idea where 3rd gear is now. Is it there? Don't feel like 3rd gear counting. I think that is. There's 4. We'll leave it in 4th. It feels safe to me in 4th. There is no radio in here, no luxuries. It's just me, myself, and my cameras. Window, do we get that open? Hold on, there's a Land Rover. They're probably looking, yeah, get out of the way. Good idea, darling. Keep well out of the bloody way in your proper Land Rover. Saying that, I think this deserves to be called a proper Land Rover. Oh! The gearbox is challenging. That's one thing I would say about this gearbox. Stay there, please stay there. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, darling, please. Thank you. Thank you. She knows. She felt sorry for me. I could tell by her look in her eye. Strangely, I'm enjoying myself currently, guys. As much as it is looking like it's the most horrendous experience of my life, I'm actually quite liking driving this car. Let's quickly talk about values because that is an interesting subject. This car is probably worth at least £15,000, yeah? The customer that I bought it off said, Cal, I reckon you should charge it up, you know, get the bodywork done and try it at 20 grand. I don't think it's worth getting all the bodywork done. I think originality is probably key with this car, so I'm probably going to leave it as is, get it up for sale. And but for me, it's another great bit of stock. It's another great experience, and it's another. Is it a bucket list car? Not really, but since when I drove that one recently, I think I'm just going to 180 and go back the way I came because these roads are too fast for this car. Yeah, for me, when I drove that one recently, I've always wondered, I've always making some crazy noises. I've always wondered what these things drive like, and I've now had the experience, and I managed to get it all in the video. So I hope you lot enjoyed this experience as much as I did. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, do me a favour and hit that like button. And look at that, I'm getting the hang of these gear changes now, straight up to 4. If you are new to my channel, I upload a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock. Bang on time, no messing around. So do hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary. And another thing, I'm on TikTok as well now. I've been doing a few TikToks. I'll put a link to my TikTok in the description below. If you're on TikTok, give me a follow there as well. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video, alright? Bye. Amazing, absolutely amazing. It was a success. It was a success. I done it and I didn't break down. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, as promised, I'd done draggy times on my M4 CS before I had it tuned and then after I had it tuned. And in Wednesday's video, we're going to find out just how much difference the tuning made. I'll see you then.